Hey everybody, my name is David Wynn. I am a Territory Account Manager here at Nutanix. I cover the Bay Area in Northern California, and I've been with Nutanix for the last several years. And today we're going to cover some objections, some common objections that you'll run into in the field. So let's go ahead and get started. With the hyper-converged market getting commoditized, how will Nutanix position and differentiate itself? This is one that comes up quite often in the field. And the way I personally kind of position it is that we like to stay pretty innovative at the forefront of what we're doing and for our customers. You know, when we came to market in August 2011, we came out with a hyper-converged offering and kind of pioneered that market. We took things to another level by integrating virtualization into our platform. So now we have AHV, which is a different flavor of KVM, but we just kind of wrapped our Prism UI around it, made it very easy and user-friendly. Now we're out there educating our customers with the hybrid cloud strategy. So we now offer the best hands-down solution for data center infrastructure in terms of combining servers, networking, storage, and virtualization all in one for our customers. Easy to deploy, easy to manage, and very easy to scale. So there's obviously some tremendous benefits to that. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Nutanix has just introduced yet another hypervisor. Aren't there enough hypervisors in the market? So Nutanix has taken a fundamentally different approach to the market today in terms of virtualization in a post-SAN world. We have built in a free hypervisor called AHV into our platform. So that allows our customers to take full advantage of virtualization within the platform that they purchase initially and expand, if you will. The hypervisor is the new sheet metal. So it's important to note that within our software offering, we have the Application Mobility Fabric, or AMF, that allows you to seamlessly switch between hypervisors and to the public cloud. So what that means for our customers is you can now have tremendous flexibility with your VMs. You can take VMs and move them from one host to another, across hypervisors and back, and to the public cloud and back. So there's a lot of value there as well. All right, on to the next objection. Organization, I hear you guys are going to get acquired by XYZ. What will happen to my infrastructure if you do? Today, Nutanix is a publicly traded company. We went public on September 30th, 2016. So it's a very special moment for our company's history, if you will. We've also acquired a couple of companies and expanded our software portfolio, but with the acquisition of Calm.io and Pernix Data. With that being said, we fully offer best-in-class support to all of our customers, an incredibly strong engineering team that will fully support everyone on our active customer roster. We stand behind every single customer deployment, and we don't see that changing anytime soon. All right, on to the next objection. Price CapEx. Nutanix is too expensive. I can buy low-end storage plus Dell servers for less. Nutanix isn't always the cheapest option when customers are evaluating technologies. We offer a unique IP. Our file system is so robust that it brings tremendous capabilities and value to our customers. So I think a lot of customers really need to think a little bit deeper as opposed to just a kind of a price cost sensitive solution, because there's a lot of value that Nutanix brings to the table. And if we're looking at from a standpoint of bringing a lot of teams together in terms of the virtualization team, the storage team, the server team, that could really benefit the business, because at the end of the day, businesses focus on applications, revenue generating applications which support the business. They're not necessarily in the data center business. Today's customers get an entirely different experience with Nutanix. I think historically over the last several years, customers experience challenges with traditional architecture. You know, there tends to be finger pointing in the environment. And with the Nutanix solution, you can have seamless integration of all these things that you've struggled with before, and top-notch support. And we have level 3 engineers on staff with follow the sun support. You're getting some really top-notch expert people on the phone to help you out with any issues that you may arise, because we certainly own any problems and issues throughout the entire stack in terms of servers, networking, virtualization, and storage. And at the end of the day, CapEx is not the entire picture, right? We kind of talk about the race to the bottom and being the cheapest solution. That's not the Nutanix value add. What we really need to discuss is bring all these folks together and make sure we're bringing in folks that are really focused on the business of their enterprises and moving forward, where they're at today and where they're going to move forward in the next several years. So having a proper TCO and ROI discussion really helps to move the needle when you talk about the Nutanix value versus some of the traditional offerings out there. All right, so on to the next one. We have already made significant investments in storage, EMC, NetApp, for example, and servers, Dell HP, and do not want to discard. Honestly, you don't need to discard those infrastructure vendors if you don't want to. We understand and appreciate that customers have made investments in their environment. We don't have the messaging to go out there and rip and replace. That option is there if you really want it to, but in which a lot of customers that we have on the rosters today that really believe in the Nutanix mission, they are looking to make some big moves in their data center. Now, customers that don't necessarily want to do that, that's fine. Let's talk about a specific use case that makes sense or something that you've struggled with in your environment for the last couple of years or whatnot. So we could look at things like VDI, virtual desktops, and how we can start small and grow with linear predictability. We can talk about running Splunk on top of Nutanix in your environment. I personally have had great success with customers wanting to take advantage of Nutanix and our AHV in their test dev environments. So now they can spin up a bunch of VMs, blow them away as needed, and you get a free hypervisor that's built in. So there's a lot of value there, so people really appreciate that. One big value add of Nutanix is our scale-out architecture. We're talking about starting off with a small deployment, whether it's 3 or 4 nodes, grow one node at a time or several nodes at a time. We have customers today running very large clusters in their environment, and we fully support them with one of the best support teams in all of technology. I like Nutanix, but the storage team manages the storage budget. At the end of the day, Nutanix makes the storage admin's life easier. Get your weekends back. If they own the storage budget, Nutanix is only one piece of that, right? We're talking, again, about servers, virtualization, storage, network, all kind of built in together. Now, if you've got folks that are running these different departments, let's bring them all together, have that technical discussion, show the value there. But on top of that, going back to some earlier statements about TCO and ROI, let's bring in the business folks as well. And we all should be sitting at the same table talking about the value of Nutanix and where we're at today and where we're going to move forward in the next several years. All right, so that brings us to the end of handling some common objections with Nutanix. I appreciate your time and taking a few minutes to learn a little bit more about that. Reach out to your Nutanix counterparts out there. I'm sure they'd be happy to run 100 miles an hour with you. And thank you for your partnership and happy selling.